Hello, welcome to my next movie review. In this movie review, I'm going to talk about a movie that's a remake of an much older movie, and this is a pretty good movie remake. The original movie was made in 1932, and it starred Boris Karloff. It's the Brandon Fraiser version of The Mummy. This, of course, stars Brandon Fraiser, Rachel Weisz, John Handa, Arnold Vosloo as the Mummy, Jonathan Hyde, and Kevin J. O'Connor. Well, actually, this is a pretty good movie. This is what it is. The movie starts in like the 1920s, 1923. Which is, it's set in ancient, in 1920s Egypt, but it also starts off with, Arnold Vosloo's character, the Mummy, during ancient Egyptian times with Pharaoh Seti the First. What happens is High Priest Imhotep, has got the hots for the Noxuna, the Pharaoh's mistress, and at the beginning, let me see if I can find the actual photo here. Of course, Noxuna is played by Patricia Velasquez. Here it is. It's this photo here. Hopefully you can see it kind of good. What it is it starts with her walking in this room, and all she's got on is like a waistband with a butt flap and a front flap, and then that body paint, that grease paint. It looks like she's wearing an actual outfit, but she's not, outside of that flap in the front and the back. But it's pretty interesting movie, because what it is Noxuna, nobody's supposed to touch her except for Pharaoh Seti the First. Well, for Imhotep's lust over, it has him condemned to suffer the Hamdai, which if he ever is awakened by somebody reading the Book of the Dead, what'll happen is he'll come back and become the 10 plagues of Egypt and everything. Then they fast forward it to 1923, and with Evie, being the librarian for a library and museum in Cairo. Well, and of course it also shows Rick O'Connell, who's played by Brandon Fraiser, being a French grenadier, and shows him and his friend Benny serving in the French Legionnaires, and everything, and they all trying to get into Hamunaptra. They're there, but it's like a lot of bloodshed and everything. But Evie, has an accident in the library, and then her brother Jonathan, shows up, and he has found the key to the Book of Amun-Ra, or the Book of the Dead, and the Book of Gold. And what they did is they find this map leading to the city of Hamunaptra. Of course, the curator that Evie works for burns the part with the hidden city on it, to keep Evie and Jonathan from finding it, the city of Hamunaptra. And well, what ends up happening is after a while they meet up with Rick, and Evie saves Rick's life, and the three of them set off with the warden to head to Hamunaptra to find gold, because Evie's looking for the golden book, the Book of Life. the Book of Amun-Ra, the Book of the Dead, something different. And they eventually get there, and, well, Evie, Rick, and Jonathan find Imhotep's sarcophagus. And what it is like they discover that, you know, he's been locked in there with some scarabs, which are flesh-eating bugs. And they eventually, you know, open up the casket and they find him, and, you know, for 3,000 years he's been kind of, you know, decomposing, and he's still kind of, well, juicy, you know, as they put it. And, you know, it just all goes from there. Evie wakes Imhotep up after, you know, they find the, you know, Book of the Dead, and Evie reads from it one night, and everything, and it just, you know, it's the original, you know, it's a horror flick, you know, it's about the mummy. Well, and they, of course, bring the 10 plagues of Egypt. I do recommend watching this movie because it's a pretty good movie if you want to watch a horror flick. It was released in 1999. Now, I have some other movie reviews I want to do here, so hang on, and we'll get to reviewing them.